This time we're gonna play Rocket Jockey. Oh, good lord. What is this? Is this a cowboy riding a rocket, shooting down flying cows of many interesting colours and other cowboys riding rockets while scrolling through nothing more than a red background with clumps of black bits in it? Why, I think that's exactly what this game is. Now, would you believe that I just summed up the whole game in one sentence? Because I did! That is how incredibly short this game is. The whole game is only 2 fucking levels long, and I actually completed it in 1.5 minutes, making it the quickest game on the cartridge, and also one of my favourites because I didn't have to suffer it for very long. So game number 27 is called Non-Human, and after playing it, it'll make you wish that you were non-human, so you didn't live among the same species that created this horrible catastrophe of a game. Immediately as you start playing, you're gonna think to yourself, what the fuck is this? And you'll also notice this random, green, and generally fucking scary face at the bottom of the level, which, by the way, if you fall into, you die. Now when Silent Rob reviewed this game, he said that the face looked like Elton John, which I kind of agree with, but I'd say that the face looks surprisingly like Bill Cosby. I mean, there's so much of a resemblance that it's kind of freaky. If you're a fan of the Bill Cosby Show, then I'm sorry, because now you'll never be able to see it in the same way. It's also worth mentioning that the character you play as looks like a deformed stick man, which really suggests that they were fucking stoned out of their mind when they made this game. The first thing in this game that really pissed me off was this part near the start, where if you go too far forwards, you can't fucking go back again, and you also can't jump onto any of the blocks above you. Sadly, this gives you no choice but to let Bill Cosby have his way with you, or reset the game. Another thing that was fucking annoying were these electric eels, and please don't ask me why there were electric eels in the game, because I really don't know. Now these electric eels fire these white splodges at you, yes, white splodges, and you have to try and jump over them or else you'll die. The only problem is that you have to have very precise timing to manage this, as quite a lot of the time you'll find yourself landing on top of the white splodges, which I don't think would be a good thing. Whether you manage to make the jump or not actually seems quite random, as in this clip you can clearly see that the splodge hits the dude's foot, but nothing happens. A funnier problem, which we first saw in The French Baker, is the one where your character starts walking even though he's not going anywhere. Let's try adding some music to this. Unlike all the other games, this one only has 1 level, making it almost as short as Rocket Jockey. However, Rocket Jockey can still be finished a hell of a lot quicker. Oh, and we found 3 problems with this game. Some area that leads to nowhere, bad hit detection for the white splodges, and this random Michael Jackson moonwalk thing. Which now takes us to 62. Next game, Crybaby. Now when I play this game, I can't help but to think of the movie Baby's Day Out, where some baby does a whole lot of wacky shit. Great film. I also can't help but to think of a pile of shit, because that's what this game is, a pile of shit. In Crybaby, you seem to play as some evil, murdering baby and have to kill everyone with your bottle of milk. Along the way you'll come across random spurts of fire, which seem to just come out of nowhere. Now the fire is annoying because sometimes it doesn't want to go out. As you can see here, I was easily able to put out the fire, but here, it's just not fucking happening, and you just have to set the fucking baby on fire to actually finish the level. Since when do babies put out fires anyway? These bastards should have done something about it. Speaking of those guys, they sometimes do the most retarded things. For example, I'm pretty sure this guy here is meant to be moving, but he's kinda got himself stuck in the corner. And where the fuck is this lady going? Surprisingly, this is the same corner again. This guy's just standing still. Maybe he's taking a shit or something. Oh, and what do you know? It's the same corner again. It must be some fucking glitchy corner. And oh, look how many problems we have now. Oh, and don't even think about climbing up these ovens or the baby will fucking burn to death. What a cruel fucking game this is. Now there's not much point in me saying this because you can probably guess what happens, but you're sent back to level 1 after completing the game. And so this brings us to the 29th game, Slashers. Now the title of this game is very misleading because I thought it was going to be 4 men standing at the urinals taking a slash. But it wasn't that at all. In fact, that idea is a lot better than anything that goes on in this fuckfest. Because I'm a Spider-Man fan, I was surprised about what I saw as soon as the game began. Tell me, who does this look exactly like? No, let me rephrase that. Who is this almost an exact rip-off of? Yes, Spider-Man. Now, why would they have an enemy designed after Spider-Man? At least make him the fucking Green Goblin or something. This game is like a Streets of Rage ripoff, except there's no streets, there's no rage, and this game will never be anywhere near as good as Streets of Rage. The fighting in this game is fucking pathetic. All you have to do is tap A and B over and over again until the enemy dies. You know what it kinda looks like? That scene at the start of Team America where the puppets are fighting. Although I don't think I can show you that footage because Viacom will probably screw me over. It actually turns out that you don't even have to fight any of the enemies. You can just let them all walk right past you. This means that there's virtually no challenge in the game, and you can pretty much just walk right fucking through the whole thing. But do you want to know the one thing that I liked about this game? Nothing. Well, that last problem brings us to 65. A bit like Megalonia, this game doesn't send you back to level 1 after you complete it, but instead gives you a game over and basically gives you the finger and says fuck you. Well, that's enough of fucking slashers. Time to play the next game, Crazy Shuffle. Now this is another misleading title because you'd expect this game to be some sort of card game or something like that, but the last thing I'd expect was to be playing as what I think is a fucking strawberry or something, and having to be shooting down these, flies? You know, it really doesn't help that the characters are about the size of ants' shit, but it also doesn't help that it's very hard to tell when you're actually killing an enemy. What? I clearly hit him there. Wait, whoa, how many hits does it take to kill one fucking fly? I mean, am I killing this guy or am I fucking not? You know what else doesn't fucking help? The fucking music! To quote the Tourette's guy, it sounds like Chewbacca taking a shit. Shall we have a quick listen to it? I mean, who the fuck composed that music? Did they just say, I know, let's have a song that goes and everyone said, yeah, alright. It's clear to me now that they didn't care about the quality of their games. They just wanted the $199 as stated at the front of the box. Fortunately, you'll only have to suffer this music for about 10 minutes, as you can easily complete the game by just pressing A all day. No, I'm serious. Notice that I'm not moving, I'm just firing my bullets, and the flies are retarded enough to fly into them without killing me. Sadly, this will be the most annoying 10 minutes of your life. Fucking music! Fucking hate it. But when it's over, you never have to play this pile of shit again. In fact, you shouldn't have to play it to begin with. And that game got two problems. One for annoying music, which makes even James Blunt sound good, and another because all you have to do is press A the whole time. So that is now 67 problems. And, of course, when you finish the game, you're sent back to level 1.